If you're listening to this and something inside you feels alert, like your heart leaned in before your mind decided, pause. This is not background noise. This is not random content filling a quiet moment. Messages like this don't arrive loudly. They arrive precisely, and precision is how God often speaks. You didn't come here because you were searching for answers. You came here because something within you recognized a signal, a gentle interruption, a quiet nudge that said, "Pay attention. That matters more than you realize." God doesn't always warn through crisis. Sometimes He warns through clarity, through a sudden awareness you can't shake, through a restlessness that doesn't match your circumstances. Everything may look fine on the surface, yet deep inside you feel misaligned, like you're standing in the wrong place for what's coming next. That feeling is not fear, it's discernment. And here is the truth many people avoid. Something you're holding on to no longer belongs in your next season. You've known it for a while. You felt it when peace quietly left something that once felt right. You noticed it when joy faded into routine, when comfort slowly turned into compromise. But instead of responding, you delayed, you reasoned, you told yourself you'd deal with it later. But later is not neutral. Later is resistance disguised as patience. God is not angry with you. This warning is not about judgment. It's about protection. There are paths you keep revisiting that weaken you, conversations you keep allowing that drain you, habits you defend because they feel familiar even though they keep you small. And what God is preparing you for cannot be carried by the version of you that keeps negotiating obedience. You may have noticed patterns repeating in your life, same lessons, different situations, same disappointments wearing new faces. That repetition is not failure, it's mercy. God repeats what we refuse to resolve. Pay attention to what keeps resurfacing. Pay attention to where your peace disappears. Those are not coincidences. Those are indicators. Here's the warning you need to hear clearly. Comfort is no longer a safe guide for your decisions. Some choices in front of you look small. Who you give access to, what you tolerate, what you turn to when you feel empty, what you justify in private. But in the spirit, these are not small at all. Destiny is shaped in ordinary moments of obedience. No one ruins their life overnight. It happens slowly, through ignored nudges and postponed surrender. You may be telling yourself, "I'll change when things calm down. I'll let go when it's easier. I'll obey when I feel ready." But readiness is rarely a feeling, it's a decision. Delayed obedience still costs time, clarity, and momentum. Another part of this warning is discernment. Not every voice encouraging you is aligned with where God is taking you. Some voices sound loving but lead you in circles. Some advice feeds your emotions while starving your spirit. Distraction is often more dangerous than opposition. God is asking you to stop confusing familiarity with purpose. You might feel torn right now, standing between two directions. One feels easier but hollow. The other feels heavy but honest. That tension isn't confusion, that's truth pressing forward. And here's something most people never realize. Warnings are a sign of favor. God warns the ones He intends to protect. If you weren't meant for more, you wouldn't feel this inner conflict. You wouldn't feel the discomfort of outgrowing people, places, and versions of yourself. You wouldn't feel the pull toward alignment even when it costs you comfort. This warning is personal. God is asking you to release something you're holding on to out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear of disappointing others, fear of losing control. But holding on is costing you peace, clarity, and growth. Every time you ignore the warning, unrest increases. Every time you obey, clarity begins to return, even if the road is still hard. If progress feels delayed, it's not because God forgot you. It's because He refuses to build your future on unstable foundations. He's more concerned with who you're becoming than how fast you arrive. And listen carefully to this part. Do not let disappointment harden your heart. Some of you were hurt deeply by people, by unanswered prayers, by outcomes that didn't make sense, and instead of healing, you protected yourself by shutting down. But numbness is not strength. Distance is not faith. God is warning you not to let past pain define your future capacity. If you feel tired of hoping, tired of believing, tired of trying, this is not God telling you to quit. This is God calling you back to alignment, back to honesty, back to a faith that listens, not just performs. You don't need louder prayers, you need clearer obedience. Pay attention to what is being removed from your life. Pay attention to what no longer fits. Pay attention to the discomfort you feel when you try to go backward. That's not punishment, that's direction. God is closing chapters because what comes next requires a stronger, clearer, more surrendered version of you. And if this message found you, let it be the moment you stop ignoring what's been gently exposed. Choose alignment over comfort. Choose obedience over delay. Choose truth over convenience. God is not threatening you, He is protecting you. And warnings like this don't come to everyone. They come to the ones He still plans to use.